Hiya.
Right.
How you doing?
Evening.
All right. Okay, guys, if you're not on mute, can you go on to mute for me, please? Okay. Just start off. Everybody go on to mute, please. Guys, you need to go on to mute. Right, comms from Leo has just been sent out for everybody from on Stoneblower email. Have a read of that. It's just a message from Leo, which is further, I think, supplementing the message that went out. I think it was about 1:20 this afternoon. So first of all, I want to cover off the information that was sent this morning or this afternoon at 1:20. So currently, obviously, as you know, the government has got various schemes in place to help companies where contracts are closing down because obviously, you know, they're not working on them, which means revenue goes down. And generally, you know, in most companies, then you would be looking at making staff redundant. And what the government obviously doesn't want to do is go down, is have, you know, people made redundant. So there is the furlough scheme, as they call it. Whoever is not on mute, please go on mute. I can hear people tapping around. So the first thing I need to say to everybody here, this does not currently affect Stoneblower. Okay, we are delivering operations as normal for Network Rail. Okay, what it does mean is for maybe some of the construction side that, you know, at some of the support functions where they won't be needed as much because contracts are closing down or being suspended, they will go on to this furlough scheme. Now, if you read through the scheme, what it's basically saying is in the first month, April, Balfour Beatties are actually going to pay 80% of the salary, and then that'll be reviewed towards next month, and to see then whether it just drops down to the 2,500, etc., depending on how long this continues. But right now, for us, just so everybody is 100% understands, this does not affect us. We are business as usual. We are delivering the maintenance of the business of Network Rail on the track. So at the moment, we are continuing as normal. I'll pick up any questions around that after, if there is any. Vans. Okay, I think most of you might have heard, I'm not sure, but the van, we've taken delivery of some crew buses today into San Diego. Jessica Palmer has been working on that relentlessly to get to the position where we're at, and I think we've either got 6 or 7 of them right now. They've gone into San Diego. The ops guys have been made aware, and we are trying to prioritise who needs them urgently first, and then get them, and then we can get a plan to get them collected and get them out to you guys ASAP. There was a run-on van, so what we're trying to do is if we don't have any more from our current provider, then we've asked James Brotherton and procurement to go out and source minibuses or whatever else that looks like. But that is now being done. Gloves, obviously concerned with the amount of gloves that are needed for NHS, that we do make sure that we've got enough. So Sam Beveridge put a significant order in this morning. Sadly, the only sizes we could get was large. So if you've got tiny hands, you're just going to have to put them into bigger gloves, because at the moment they're the only size that we can get. But we have ordered them, and they should be with us pretty soon. Okay, hotels. As you all know, yeah, there is issues with the hotels. What Network Rail has asked us to do now is run a report, which we have done. And ATPI and Capita, Network Rail and Balfour Beatties will now work together to get to get the hotels issue resolved as much as we can. And whether that looks like Airbnbs, whether that is hotels that are serving food, but I think what they're trying to do is contact the hotels that we use the most. Just 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. Sorry, I'm just childminding as well as working. The hotels that we use and asking them to stay open to support. So that is ongoing now. And I know Vicky Kaplan from the central function is working on that to get the list over to Network Rail so we can move forward from there. Okay, there'll be some more comms coming out tonight, which is a change of stance from Balfour BT, which then basically says now, if you cannot do the 2 metre rule because of your working confines, then they are requiring people to now start to wear an FFP2 mask. This will only be worn when you can't adhere to the 2 metre rule. So that is now ongoing. We are now trying to find out our stock levels of that. Sam, if you just hold on the email I sent you about ordering the FFP2s, because we might have a significant amount in stock, and then I'll let you know on that.
No worries.
And once we've got that, we will then get them distributed. Your FFP3 masks are to continue to be used for your dust and everything else that you would normally use those for, but your FFP2s will be used if you have, for example, a route conductor on board, and you can then go onto those masks. Or if you prefer, as Tony's agreed, you can go onto the forced air system. It's entirely your choice whether you want to be on that mask or whether you want to wear an FFP2. But that will be coming out later tonight or tomorrow. That is all of the updates that I've got really right now. So is there any questions from anybody tonight that I need to answer or need to take forward?
Hello?
Hello?
Jim Judge. Hi, Tim Judge here.
Hi, James.
Regarding the sanitizers, hand sanitizers for the machines, we didn't get any on 215. We got a bucket with 4 bars of soap and two
right, Sam? Scotland.
Yeah, here. Yep.
Yeah, when will it be up in Scotland?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah, we'll get it done for tomorrow.
Okay, James, so it should be up there hopefully tomorrow, mate, okay?
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah,
Andy,
well,
it's
I don't
Alex.
know what. Yep.
Hi, Andy. It's Alex in stores.
Hello, Alex.
Just to shed some light to James's request there, we're in liaison with Liam Patrick, who's the day maintainer on that machine, and he's requested that we get the parts delivered to Rutherglen instead of where it is, like further up north at the minute.
Right, they need that stuff ASAP. So I don't care what we do, but it goes up there.
Just to interject, Andrew, that's fine. The machine has been cancelled tonight and we're transmitting it to Rutherglen. So that does sound like a better plan. It's
Okay.
unfortunate we won't have it tonight. We didn't have it at the weekend either. Was there a reason we didn't have it at the weekend?
Alex?
The stuff only came in.
The stock came in on Friday. I spoke to. Sorry, name escapes me. He's on annual leave this week, and he said it was going to be transit to Arbroath, so it's kind of hang fire till this week and get it up there as soon as we could this week.
All right, let's make sure that we get it to.
Yeah, we've had a conductor all weekend. And I thought we were told that we were going to get these supplies. If we didn't have these supplies, then I mean Pat said he got it went out.
Right, let's get it up there ASAP, guys, to them. I don't care whether we have to put a special delivery on, but I want it up there to the guys in Scotland, okay?
No worries.
Right. James, I'll call you after, mate. Okay, bud?
No worries, no worries. Fine.
Hi guys, it's Chris Brooks.
Hi, Chris.
Because my shifts have been cancelled, I live in Middlesbrough, and if I can be of any assistance in meeting somebody part way, I'm quite prepared to take the stock up to Rutherglen. If that helps with somebody, I take it coming from Peterborough.
Do you know what, that'd be helpful? Can you link in with Sam Beveridge in the stores after this call?
I certainly will do.
Brilliant.
Cheers, Chris.
All right, no problem, guys.
Is there anything else, guys?
No.
Andy, it's Steve Prescott.
Hi, Steve.
I'd send you the email at the weekend about getting these key worker letters laminated and sent out to people. Is that can that be done?
Yeah, and we're on with it. It's on my to-do list today. So I'll get that started, mate.
Okay, lovely. Cheers, mate.
I've got one more question, Andrew. It's regarding the essential work situation. We had a couple of shifts at the weekend where we did 100 chain over the 2 nights, and then the SDs were the track wasn't poor. When I mentioned to the TGS about the situation with the essential work only, he said, "Well, it's not essential; it's desirable," which first of all made me laugh, and I was going to go and buy him flowers. But the fact is that this work is planned almost 12 months in advance. So, is there some kind of way we're looking at this as non-essential work, but looking to see if Network Rail can come up with a better way of utilising the machines?
We're on with that, as I said, James. They're on with it on every call. We're relaying exactly what our position is, and we're waiting for Network Rail to tell us what is essential, and they're waiting from their customers to tell them what is essential. So it's just that chain, and as soon as they've got it, we will know more. It's not, like I said, it's not ideal. It wasn't going to be resolved overnight, as everybody knows. But we are, I think, and I hope, moving in the right direction. So I'll be on the call again tomorrow. I wasn't on today because I had another call to go on, but Howard was, and that they drove it forward this morning.
Andy spoke about on the call this morning. They are prioritising work, but to be honest with you, as Jim probably stated, this is desirable, not essential. We're probably quite low on the pecking order when it comes to. They'll be looking at the huge, big renewals, etc. That's what will start breaking down first. Whereas our contract kind of trundles along in the background, if that makes sense. I know it's not ideal for us, but you just got to remember that the client is prioritising the work on the infrastructure, and that's what drives their prioritisation. And so we may get prioritised, but we'll probably be the last of the contracts to get prioritised. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I think that's the kind of situation we'll find ourselves
in. I think what we need to prioritise here is people's health and safety. If they're putting people at risk here, they need to start prioritising everybody. Because everyone's health and safety is at risk here. I don't think a relay job, because these guys that job is more important. It's people we're talking about here, no money or bits of rail or bits of concrete,
Stuart, like I say, we're pushing back. We're being led by the client at this point in time, and they are trying to do what they say they are. What we're asking them to do. It's not going to be a pre-picture right at the start. So we will keep that pressure on to try and make sure that it is essential work. But over the next 3 months now, if we stay in lockdown for 3 months, or as some people predict 6 months, I would imagine then that even though some of the essential work gets done, there will then be the normal maintenance that goes on as well. So, we are there to make sure that the railways, once this all, we get back to normal and the normal transport systems comes back online, that the railways are fit for purpose. So we will continue to push back, but there's not a lot we can do at this point.
That's understood. I know that. I mean, I think the Network Rail takes and stuff on the same position. They're going to work to do work that's not essential as such, and they're a bit frustrated as well, you know.
Yeah, but we will keep plugging it, and you know, until we get to see the change. So, is there anything else, guys? No, right. Well, I'm going to draw it to a close then for this evening. Listen, again, thanks for everything that you're doing. Hopefully I'll have another update on the hotels tomorrow. Now with Capita and ATPI and Network Rail and Balfour's all working together, we might have better solutions in place. And then hopefully we'll get the vans out ASAP. And I know Jess is working with the ops guys, as I said. And then we'll understand the face mask situation. I'll be able to give you an update on that tomorrow as to when we're going to get them out to you as well. All right, guys.
Cheers, Andy.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Andy.
Cheers.